We're heading to the Magic Kingdom for the first of many food reviews you'll be seeing here on this channel. I wanted to start off by going to one of the most controversial restaurants on Disney property. This is a place that some people absolutely love, while others believe it's just about the worst you can get at Walt Disney World. We're talking about Tony's Town Square Restaurant. Let's talk theming. To me, this looks like a 90s pizza place mixed with your grandmother's house with a few pictures of Lady and the Tramp on the wall. We were lucky enough to sit next to this beautiful Lady and the Tramp fountain, but other than that, the decorations and theming just really aren't there, and it's just about as basic as it comes. It does have a nice patio with limited seating if you're lucky enough to snag that, but other than that, I'm giving it a 3 out of 10 on theme. Tony has a chance to redeem himself when it comes to the food, but he started off poorly again with a score of 3.3 on our very first appetizer. We have the mozzarella sticks that came out almost right away, but they definitely weren't fresh. They're basic frozen mozzarella sticks with almost no flavor and your basic jarred sauce. Do not recommend. When it comes to the garlic bread, it's pretty standard garlic bread. I do wish it had a bit more crunch to it, but I am a sucker for some garlic bread, and this one's pretty solid. I gave it a 5.5. They do give you a sauce to accompany it. To me, it doesn't really elevate the dish, but it's a pretty good portion of garlic bread, and it pairs well with the pasta later, so I would start off with this as my appetizer. For my entree, I went with the rigatoni alla vodka. This was easily my favorite item of the night with a score of 6.4. The breadcrumbs gave it a really nice texture and added flavor, the sauce was much better than whatever jarred sauce they used for the mozzarella sticks, and it's a really decent portion. My buddy Joey shared some of his chicken parm with me, and I know this is probably the visual you're getting, but I'll have you know, I used a fork. The chicken parm was pretty standard with a score of 5.2. Chicken was cooked well, pasta was cooked nicely, but it was a little on the cold side. Luckily though, that jarred sauce was once again not present with this dish, so they clearly have a variety of sauces as well as a variety of different pastas that you can try. Now, I don't care how much pasta you've filled up on, you simply have to find room to try the cannoli. They do have a couple different desserts, but this is the one I've heard the most about, and it definitely lives up to its standard. I gave it a score of 6.3. It's a pretty basic cannoli, but the chocolate's really good, really nice crunch. Maybe a little more sweetness would have elevated it for me, but definitely a nice way to finish off the meal, and one of the highlights of this experience. The bill was just around $100 for 2 fountain drinks, 2 appetizers, 2 entrees, and a dessert. Especially when you're in the parks, that's pretty decent value. Service was fantastic. Just the overall theming, the food not being too mind-blowing, I'm going to give my overall experience a 4 out of 10, which brings us to, as you can see, a 12.5 out of 30. Now, I'm going to be a pretty harsh critic. There are some unbelievable restaurants around this area, and my goal is to go to each and every one of them and give you guys my honest opinion. So if you enjoy this type of content, make sure you like and subscribe. When it comes to Tony's, I will say as soon as we got out of dinner, we got a prime location for the nighttime parade. You can do the same thing if you're heading to fireworks. It's got a really good location. If you're lucky enough to snag one of those patio seats, maybe that would have elevated it for me. But when it comes to Tony's, definitely not on my list of must-dos. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. Do you love Tony's? Do you hate Tony's? I want to see it down below and I'll respond. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a big like, and I'll see you next time.